Hello photographers, I want to quickly show you the edit that goes along with the multiple exposure light painting portraits that we just did. So out of the camera, because the light's pretty experimental, you might be dealing with a pretty dark image depending on how strong your light it was and how close you were to your model with that light. So here I have a triple portrait. 3 poses within 15 seconds, and the whole thing is reading a little bit dark. So I just wanted to show you how to do kind of 3 quick, easy steps to address that. All right, so the first one you're going to do is you're going to go to your levels adjustment. The levels adjustment layer gives you all your information from light to dark, and look how little light there is over here. Okay, so what you want to do is bring the light slider, which is that white triangle, closer to what you have. Okay, kind of right at the beginning of where the information, the light information starts. Okay, then all of a sudden you have a much clearer, lighter image. Okay, then once you have that, you might want to add a curves adjustment layer just to amplify the brightness and contrast. So you could do a very gentle S curve, which you're used to doing now. Okay, just to add to a bit of the drama to the different layers. And often with these images, not always, but often, a black and white adjustment layer would work really well as well. So you can then play with the sliders a little bit. Remember that if you played with the sliders too much, this happens. All right, notice the pixelation and that graininess that shows up. We don't want that. Okay, so there's other ways to lighten and darken an image that don't do that. So don't play with these sliders too much. All right, so there's a black and white adjustment layer. I'm just going to click into here just so you can see the layers. Okay, so we've got levels, curves, and black and white. And then if you wanted to go on top of that, you can do the enhancing the black and white, which we've done in the past, which means taking a curves adjustment layer, pulling it down to darken. Say I wanted to darken that background, the wall behind the model, pulling it down, hitting Command I or Control I if you're on a PC. That inverts the mask, all right? And then you're going to grab your paintbrush with a white brush, and paint in over top. Right, so make a big brush. Slowly paint in. Notice that it's happening very slowly because my opacity is at 17%, and that's the kind of touch that you want to use when you're using dodging and burning using these curve adjustment layers. So just a little gentle darkening of the background will bring out the model a little bit more. All right. Last thing you might want to do is crop. All right, so the ratio for the crop is your original, which is 2 to 3. All right, so 2 to 3 layer, and don't be afraid to crop in nice and close. We're not really interested in the background here. We're interested in the model. So go ahead, crop it up close. I'm getting rid of that Roots logo there because it's a little bit distracting, focusing on the model. There you go. 2 or 3 or 4 very quick edits to improve those shots that you just took. Give it a try.